to nobility. Ollie danced through life with frivolity. Parties and balls, a life so grand. Little did she know what fate had planned. Ollie, Ollie, the wandering candlewick, chosen by Sybil in her destiny's down. Escape from towers of paper to the open road, a reluctant cleric with powers bestowed. From luxury, thrust into robes, surrounded by tomes and dusty old globes. But Ollie's mind, sharp as a tack, mastered the legalese others did lack. Contracts and bylaws, she knew them all. Her litigious prowess made bureaucrats fall. In mazes of paper would she find a way to bend the rules and save the day. A holy symbol in a divine dream. Not all in the tower is as it may seem. A true the tower across the land. But Ollie sees more than meets the eye. All timelines at once, futures that fly. Past, present, future, all intertwined, sometimes leaving the present behind. But Ollie sees more than meets the eye. All timelines at once, futures that fly. Past, present, future, all intertwined, sometimes leaving the present behind. Library cat, shrouded in mystery, follows Ollie through every history. With glowing eyes and silent paws, it guards her path without pause. Ollie, Ollie, the wandering candlewick, chosen by Sybil in her destiny's down. Escape from towers of paper to the open road, a reluctant cleric with powers bestowed. Cut from luxury, thrust into robes, surrounded by tomes and dusty old globes. But Ollie's mind, sharp as a tack, mastered the legalese others did lack.
Oh, hoist up the sails, let the winds take a clip. For Thaddeus Turnpike commands his ship. For good on the waves, a sailor so bold, with magical powers and a heart of gold. Behold, Thaddeus sailed the endless sea, with little Boo as wise as can be. Through tempest and tide, they roam far and wide, the Turnpike legacy, their unfading pride. From the mighty Turnpike line he hails, with a lineage of captains braving the gales. A scion of seafarers fierce and grand, with the smell on his lips and the sword in his hand. Behold, Thaddeus, master of the smell, with little Boo through heaven and hell. They dance with the stars, they flirt with the dew, their laughter echoes in the ocean's blue. Now for his mate, little Boo's his name. Together they soar in fortune and fame. With little Boo, his talents wrapped in light, they summon the winds and the stars to their fight. A curse of great power, a gift or a bane, Thaddeus wields it with little to fame. A rogue with a charm, a sailor with flair, he faces each curse with nary a care. Behold, Thaddeus, the sea's arcane knight, with little Boo in the pale moonlight. Through whispers of magic and the salt-laden air, the Turnpike adventure none can compare. So sing of the Turnpike, the legend, the tale, of Thaddeus and Boo setting sail. For where the map ends, their journeys just start. The sea's in their blood, magic in their heart. So sing of that Turnpike, the legend, the tale, of Thaddeus and Boo setting sail. For where the map ends, their journey
Solonia's fields a halfling stood tall, sea gray eyes a fighter's call. With Fiona's love and Angus' smile, his world was bright for a little while. Oh, Harold Grey with list in hand, a promise made, a journey planned. Each task he'll mark, each dream fulfill. For those he's lost, his heart beats still. From Zakar streets to golden fields, their family loved the greatest shield. They dreamed of wonders near and far, penned on a list beneath the stars. Oh, Harold Grey with list in hand, a promise made, a journey planned. Each task he'll mark, each dream fulfill. For those he's lost, his heart beats still. Young Angus fell on distant shore, while Fiona's kiss would come no more. A drunken noble, a vengeful blade, left Harold's world in darkness laid. But from his grief a purpose born, to honor vows that he had sworn. The list unfolds a final wish, a blade resisted a gutted fish. Harold roams through joy and strife, to live for three in one short life. From mountains high to oceans deep, this solemn pledge he vowed to keep. With boulder hat and iron will, he faces each task with hard-won skill. For every deed he sees it through, he feels their love forever true. And when the final task is done, when every battle's lost and won, he'll close his eyes, his duty clear, knowing his loved ones drawing near. In afterlife they'll meet again, their love eternal, free from pain. The list complete, their dreams fulfilled, a promise kept, a future will. Oh, Harold Grey, your journey's long, but in your heart they're never gone. With every dream that you fulfill, Fiona and Angus are with you still. men are born to nobility. Ollie dives through life with frivolity. Parties and balls, a life so grand. Little did she know what fate had planned. Ollie, Ollie, the wandering candlemaker, chosen by Sybil in her destiny's bound. Escape from towers of paper to the open road, a reluctant cleric with powers bestowed. From luxury, thrust into robes, surrounded by tomes and dusty old globes. But Ollie's mind, sharp as a tack, mastered the legalese others did lack. Contracts and bylaws, she knew them all. Her litigious prowess made bureaucrats fall. In mazes of paper would she find a way to bend the rules and save the day. A holy symbol in a divine dream. Not all in the tower is as it may seem. A true the tower across the land. But Ollie sees more than meets the eye. All timelines at once, futures that fly. Past, present, future, all intertwined, sometimes leaving the present behind. But Ollie sees more than meets the eye. All timelines at once, futures that fly. Past, present, future, all intertwined, sometimes leaving the present behind. Library cat, shrouded in mystery, follows Ollie through every history. With glowing eyes and silent paws, it guards her path without pause. Ollie, Ollie, the wandering candlemaker, chosen by Sybil in her destiny's bound. Escape from towers of paper to the open road, a reluctant cleric with powers bestowed. Cut from luxury, thrust into robes, surrounded by tomes and dusty old globes. But Ollie's mind, sharp as a tack, mastered the legalese others did lack.
Oh, hoist up the sails, let the winds take a breath. For Thaddeus Turnpike commands his ship. A lord of the waves, a sailor so bold, with magical powers and a heart of gold. Behold, Thaddeus sailed the endless sea, with little Lubo as wise as can be. Through tempest and tide, they roam far and wide, the Turnpike legacy, their unfading pride. From the mighty Turnpike line he hails, with a lineage of captains braving the gales. A scion of seafarers fierce and grand, with the smell on his lips and the sword in his hand. Behold, Thaddeus, master of the spell, with little Lubo through heaven and hell. They dance with the stars, they flirt with the dew, their laughter echoes in the ocean's blue. For his mate, little Lubo's his name. Together they soar in fortune and fame. With little Lubo, his talents wrapped in light, they summon the winds and the stars to their fight. A curse of great power, a gift or a bane, Thaddeus wields it with little to fame. A rogue with a charm, a sailor with flair, he faces each curse with nary a care. Behold, Thaddeus, the sea's arcane knight, with little Lubo in the pale moonlight. Through whispers of magic and the salt-laden air, the Turnpike adventure none can compare. So sing of the Turnpike, the legend, the tale, of Thaddeus and Lubo setting sail. For where the map ends, their journeys just start. The sea's in their blood, magic in their heart. So sing of that Turnpike, the legend, the tale, of Thaddeus and Lubo setting sail. For where the map ends,
Solonia's fields a halfling stood tall. Sea gray eyes a fighter's call. With Fiona's love and Angus' smile, his world was bright for a little while. Oh, Harold Grey with list in hand, a promise made, a journey planned. Each task he'll mark, each dream fulfill. For those he's lost, his heart beats still. From Zakar streets to golden fields, their family loved the greatest shield. They dreamed of wonders near and far, penned on a list beneath the stars. Oh, Harold Grey with list in hand, a promise made, a journey planned. Each task he'll mark, each dream fulfill. For those he's lost, his heart beats still. Young Angus fell on distant shore, while Fiona's kiss would come no more. A drunken noble, a vengeful blade, left Harold's world in darkness laid. But from his grief a purpose born, to honor vows that he had sworn. The list unfolds a final wish, a blade resisted a gutted fish. Now Harold roams through joy and strife, to live for three in one short life. From mountains high to oceans deep, this solemn pledge he vowed to keep. With boulder hat and iron will, he faces each task with hard-won skill. For every deed he sees it through, he feels their love forever true. And when the final task is done, when every battle's lost and won, he'll close his eyes, his duty clear, knowing his loved ones drawing near. In afterlife they'll meet again, their love eternal, free from pain. The list complete, their dreams fulfilled, a promise kept, a future will. Oh, Harold Grey, your journey's long, but in your heart they're never gone. With every dream that you fulfill, Fiona and Angus are with you still.
Hello, and welcome back to You Are Legion, the D&D game where you, the audience, can join in and be part of the story as the gods themselves. Feel free to use those Eternity Crystals to give any character you like PC, NPC, advantage, disadvantage on any roll. Remember to write in which roll you want to affect. My name is Coy. I'm going to be your game master today, and I am joined by some faces you may recognize. We have Michael Keane typing over there. I think you can see his crew neck t-shirt right now. Is that right? Or is it did the video die on Michael? Oh dear. Oh god. Let me keep moving on. We got Sam Gilroy, who's going to be playing the noble pirate king wizard Thaddeus Turnpike. I also have Sean Boyd coming in the blue dragonborn Aelric Tiamaticus. Oh, there we go. There we go. Michael's. Oh, the video's live. Oh, and that's his hand again. We're playing with internet issues today. Hopefully, it won't be too bad for those watching, but I will be uploading a locally saved file a little bit later so that hopefully the quality's a bit better when you want to watch again. Let me keep going around the circle. We have Claire Hogan calling in. She'll be visible in just a moment. But you're there, Claire, right? Let me hear you. Hello? Hello?
Oh, I'm here. I'm 2 minutes away from my house. I cannot wait to join visually.
Amazing. Cannot wait to have you visually. And of course, last but not least, we have our special guest, Neil Babcock, joining us again. Welcome back, Neil. A round of applause. Let us come back to, oh my God, episode 15. 15 of season 2. Ooh, wait a minute. Let me get some proper I just had my little pre-music there going. I'm going to change up our music a little bit for us. Here we go. Episode 15. The Lightbringer Part 2. Darkness. Footsteps. A torch. Held by a gray-haired halfling. The shadows of his companions danced on the walls. Blades in the dark. Then fire. Then monsters from somewhere horrible. Fiends evoked. A newly freed Cyclops tries to flee, only to be torn apart in darkness. A mage of martial heritage wields thunder and shadow to defeat the spider dragon at the heart of the unholy shrine to Lulth. History will remember how his brave halfling companion had stood faithfully by. From the Legion's skull, a phoenix gave birth and died within the first flap of her maiden voyage. Arising from the ash gleamed a figure angelic, dove-white feathered wings, armed and armored as one would imagine an incarnation of Lothander. So incarnate, Lothander was sword and shield pledged to the Kender cleric's service. Together, in holy retribution, did they silence their heretics. Alongside fought a human madman whose identity remains contentious among historians to this day. And so, the battle is done. The caves are dark once more, but not silent. Heavy breaths. Distant fire crackles. The settling of the newly dead. Sweat. Breath in. Blood. Breath out.
Elric just lifts up his hand as he drops to his knee and is like, not feeling very good over here.
Elric, I slayed another dragon.
Oh, good. Good.
Oh no.
We get initiative order and can't, yes.
Oh, we're out of initiative.
Oh yeah, we're fully
we
out of
killed the thing.
initiative.
So it's possible that I have some helpful spells, but it's possible that they might not be that helpful.
I'm gonna cast wait, hold on. What level slots do I have left?
I'm just that.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast a 3rd level Cure Wounds on my not Dragonborn friend.
On your Dragonborn / human friend. Awesome. Yeah, how much hit points is that?
Fantastic.
That's 17 8. Yeah. 16.
So nice.
17, hell yeah. What does that
Thank
bring
you.
you to, Elric?
Elric actually does it. He's like, that thing. 74.
I do want to point out really quickly that as a wizard casting Cure Wounds, it's actually like more painful and much grosser than any sort of like clerical. Like you feel your stuff stitching together this time. It's much more blunt force, you know, rather than like Cure Wounds.
Well, the thank you happens right as you're casting the spell. And after the spell, like grimacing and groaning and grabbing at his own flesh, he says, "Just a little bit warning next time, Thad. A little bit warning."
I think here when you don't know what's about to happen.
Great.
Who's this guy? I point at the big flaming man.
I have no idea, but he was a big help.
And we'll turn to Arlie specifically. We're going to need to go to
You're on mute, Claire.
Yes.
we're going to need to go to the Cleric's Tower.
Oh my god. I actually know everyone there. I'm actually like very well known at Rick's Tower. So if that's helpful in any way.
Oh, it really is. The thing is there's some corruption in there that we're going to have to root out.
Oh my god. I'm just sorry. Just bypassing my brain. No, there's no corruption. There never could be. And I'm moving into who and when and how and will I guess.
Okay, great. That's an excellent question.
Admittedly, I believe we're on a bit of a quest right now. So this sort of seems like a bit of a detour, but I'm absolutely all for it.
Not to interrupt or to butt in, but we have the part of the rod.
Oh my god. We've accomplished our quest, have we?
Wait, who has the rod? Who has it?
Oh, Harold, I believe, has the bit of the rod.
Damn! Quick work.
After I slayed the dragon, he made quick work of getting it out of its web.
Yes.
Thaddeus just throwing in every moment he can to just remind everyone that he killed the dragon.
Sorry, I didn't realize there was a dragon. I think I was sort of busy with the bottleneck situation over in the...
A spider. It was like a spider and a dragon, but together.
How many wings did it have?
No, it had...
Like 4 wings and 4 legs? Is that that's why
it just had the legs of a spider and the body of a dragon, but no wings, and it shot spiders out of its mouth as a breath weapon.
Oh. That's disgusting.
It was horrible.
So that all happened around the corner.
Yeah.
And I didn't see any of it. I was
you guys
blessedly... So, like, that was a thing that half of us dealt with and half of us didn't. Because I was dead, briefly. Thank you, Lathander, for rectifying that situation. I do appreciate it.
Yeah, of course.
But yes, I am thick as thieves at the Cleric's Tower. I am the Wandering Cleric. So, we have an in. We have an in.
Can I ask a question out of character really quickly?
Mm-hmm.
I thought that, and maybe I was just confused, I thought that our MO in this place wasn't just to get the rod piece, but was to, in some way, directly benefit the roots of the tree of Zivalin that are completely covered in wax. Did I completely imagine that?
Impression.
Am I about to lead the party down a massive wild goose chase that has wasted an hour of time while the DM tries to redirect us to just leave the fucking dungeon?
That could be a correct thing, and I would Thad thinks we're just here to get the Thad's been in like boat mindset and now or ship mindset and now is on like.
I will clarify from the decision making when the decision was made before like when you were talking with Virgil from
like
the Vale.
7 days in game and like 2.5 months in the real world, so please forgive me.
Exactly. When talking with Virgil, there was this concern around like, okay, Virgil's asking us to assemble the 7 pieces of the rod, but there's also this thing of like what's going on with Arlie's magic, and the party was searching for where the tree of Zivelin or the world tree might be able to find part of the world tree. The 2 places they knew about in the continent of Ansalon, one was in the capital city of Solamnia, and the other was in the forest where Bubo's from, which had been razed, like fully burned down. So there was an understanding at the time of leaving that this single rod being in the same location as Roots of Zivelin was somehow important. It saved having to decide whether to go to one or the other. That you could get both in the same time.
Okay. But we don't really know what to do with the roots now that we're here.
That is up to you guys, but for sure you were interested in being around Zivelin, yeah. And I will actually pop in. This is already in the chat for Twitch, so anyone watching Twitch should be able to already see this, but I'm going to share it with our party. This is just a little artist rendering of the cave that you're in and the roots growing down. Consider this an artistic interpretation.
Well, Lathander, as a really fan of whatever I've read about your time as a god before the cataclysm, before we go to the tower, which I think that we should go to next, I think that we should take maybe time to just search the entirety of the cavern, check out the roots to make sure they might be healthy or we've corrected the problem as we rob this place blind, and then we go to the tower. How do we even get back to the ship?
The way we came.
Ah, right.
I mean, yeah, I know that something's up with Arla's magic. Do you know to what extent this is?
Arlie takes off her, like, I assume she's got one of those, like, some kind of leather lady glove, and reveals her, like, necrotizing fasciitis, whatever it is that she's got going on.
Yeah, basically.
It's not really working very well.
As I look at this, could I do some kind of skill check to see if there's something that I can understand from looking at Arlie's hand here? Whether that might be...
you can give me a history or an arcana check.
History
or if you have the identify spell, I suppose. I mean, well, the identify spell is a thing.
Yeah. Could I do a medicine check?
Yeah.
Or religion?
Religion, yeah.
Okay. Natural 20 plus 5.
Natural 20 plus 5? Damn. What was it was religion?
Religion.
Damn. Fuck, with a nat 20.
So sorry.
No secrets for you, DM.
I know, right? Arlie, what do you share with Lathander? And do you just show him, or do you like offer up like information in terms of
So I was standing in front of Yhan. I don't know if you know her, but she's incredibly judgmental. So I'm standing in front of Yhan, and I cast the spell, and immediately everything goes dark. Literally, as you can see, this is not fake tan. This is, in fact, something horrific, which, admittedly, I would have been quite shocked by if I hadn't spent a week in a different plane of existence dreaming of horrible, shocking things. And it seems that none of my companions quite remember everything from that dream time, except for possibly Elric, who might remember some things. But there is a decay that I am experiencing, and so is Zivelin. And it's not good.
Cool. Okay. Lothander, with a frickin' nat 20 religion. As the god of light, religion has a couple of contexts. There's like the lies that powerful beings tell mortals to harness their support. And then there's like the reality of celestial mechanics and spheres and universes. And some mortals call that religion. And some gods just call it like existence. Where these two things meet, it can get a little messy, and words can mean one thing in one area and another thing in another area. All that to say, what you see on Arlie and understand through her description is something that the Nat 20, I think, represents the idea that Lothander would understand innately his most vehement nemesis, which is the absence of light, or the absence of anything, really. And what he's seeing is that this nothingness, which really cannot be described, because to describe it is to give it something, and what it is a emptiness of anything. So a word like a label would fall into it like light falls into a black hole. Like there's kind of no reason to call it anything because it's useless. But this nothingness has a capacity to infect physical things and living things and kind of erase them from, to use a modern concept, like space-time continuity. This has been used by powerful beings, and it's been used to tell mortals that magic is good. It's been used to tell mortals that magic is bad. It's used to justify things and like as divine punishment or retribution. But all of the history of it is it's never acting on its own agency. It's always acting in a certain way and then being referred to either preemptively or post. So it is something without sentience. But it is a shadow. It is like in the way that light creates something you can see, this is darkness that sucks that up.
And looking at what's on Arlie's hand, looking at the roots, that seems to be the same thing.
Yeah, so the roots are like they're covered up in a lot of spider web for the most part. There's like a lot of webs stretching from them. They don't seem to be healthy, but they don't seem to be... With a nat 20, you can see some early stages of infection in these roots.
Oh, that ain't good. Arlie, that's... Do you understand what that is?
Sad thing is that I understand most things, but the thing about being a cleric of knowledge is that beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and so actually a lot of things are less serious if you regard them less seriously, but not all things. And I detest things that I cannot change by simply beholding them differently. Are you telling me that a positive attitude will not fix this?
No,
Damn it!
it's not. No, definitely not. That is beyond the absence of, like, what's going on at the cleric's tower right now. That's undeath. That's a whole thing that we're gonna need to get into.
A slew of Kender. Why I oughta take out the what is fucking shit. Get my nails done. Nothing looks good. Nothing gonna match with this shit. It just goes on. And only Thad can understand all of it.
Yeah, that what's infecting you and is what's beginning on these roots is the lack of anything. This is beyond nothing. It's the lack of existence.
That truly, I love everything, which you would think would include nothing, but it actually doesn't. It's caveat and the sort of like asterisk at the bottom, fine print. I love everything excluding nothing, and because nothing. See, we don't often have to deal with nothing.
Yes, there's always something.
There's always
I understand.
something.
Always. How this has gotten into you is deeply concerning. And this happened when you were calling upon Zivlin.
Quay, did Arlie wake up with this condition after the Call of Cthulhu, or did it happen as soon as she first cast magic post Call of Cthulhu?
I think it was your first casting, I believe.
I think I think you're right. I think it was like, okay, so she's gonna be like, so I had this really bad dream. And so did everyone else, apparently. But I had this really bad dream, and so did not everyone. It doesn't matter. But the point is that the very first spell I cast after that very bad dream has had horrific repercussions ever since. And she like looks apologetically over to Ilric after, having subjected him to I don't know. I mean, theoretically, she should look apologetically over to everyone, but, specifically, and has had some side effects that I have not accounted for entirely.
I see. Well, I got good news and bad news. The good news is it's probably not your fault.
I love to hear that.
The bad news is it's clearly something's wrong with Zivlin.
I don't love that. I've spoken to his consort, and I don't know. I can't really understand the situationships of the gods. You'd think she would be more invested, but I didn't get much.
We all get around a lot. It's honestly, don't even worry about that.
Okay,
Yeah. What does she have to say?
she lent me some of her powers so that I was able to sort of cry on the situation in, I think, Calaman. But other than sort of answering my phone call, and other than answering my sending stone call, she did not have. She was not terribly invested. I believe that she does not think that the realm of mortals will solve this problem, and I would really love to prove her wrong. Not that she'll notice.
Well, make enough noise. Anybody's bound to listen.
What is your game plan? Like, what do you think is the best way to approach the fact that Zivlin has been tremendously compromised, and so have I, as his one and only cleric?
Oh, yeah. So, this is an interesting thing, because if you would ask me, the issue seems to lie not within you yourself, nor within Zivelin as a individual or person, but as a concept. And I'm getting into some metaphysical shit, okay? Just bear with me for a
It's
second.
my favorite.
Okay.
I love that.
The way that we work is by way of the channeling of belief both in us as individuals, but then also the channeling of belief in what the constructs of the way that we are revered on any plane is taken into account. And for me, the number one thing that I would want to do is, well, what I'd ideally like to do here is to tear down the Cleric's Tower and get everybody out into the world as you are supposed to be, as you do. You are currently the one wandering cleric. That's not how this is supposed to work. Every cleric is supposed to be in the world. Every cleric is supposed to be out there working at the behest of the people and working for people, and then that oh my god, okay, it gets me a little riled up. I'm sorry.
No, it's just I'm just obviously Lathander as a god, your memory will far supersede mine, but the amount of arguing and digging I had to do to even find out that the Wandering Cleric was a thing. After I started having hallucinatory dreams and was able to sort of do bizarre cantrips, I had to pitch the fact that I was allowed to leave, and you are telling me there is a time in history before the gods left the world in which the Cleric's Tower did not imprison, which is a sad word for librarian, but imprison their librarians and their lawmakers. Are you telling me that we used to be community servants? What,
Essentially, yes. Yeah. No, if their ultimate goal within that organization is to sit inside that tower and never leave and never help any person, that needs to change.
And do you expect, Lathander, that the gods have returned, that there will be an increase in actual clerics? Because most of those at the tower are literally just pencil pushers, which serve their place in society, absolutely.
I can tell you one thing. If they agree with me, then they're probably not going to be people who want to be pencil pushers and bureaucrats. I've never filled out a form in my life. I don't want anyone who has anything to do with anything to me have to fill out forms. That is
Can I just give you a form to watch you fill it out?
No,
Sorry,
I will burn
that's
it.
incredibly
I will burn
inappropriate.
it.
Never mind.
All right. Now,
Can as an aside, as this conversation is going on, Ad's gonna lean over Arlic and he's just gonna go, I think Lythander has a crush on her. I think she might have a crush on him.
Seems possible. They have some sort of shared magic connection. He has wings. You know. Elric is completely
Harold just approached him. You're both being idiots. Go clean the webs off the roots.
How are you doing? How are you doing? This first fight after your change, you're good?
Oh yeah, I'm just gonna take a little breather. I'm feeling kind of tired.
Great.
Roots webs. Please.
Great.
I'll doing that, but I bet you a gold piece she blows it. And
Elric follows Thad as this conversation is going on. Completely unable to He has no education in any of these things. There's no way he's going to be able to manage any of that. So he's just going to follow Thad.
Awesome. Back to
All right.
Arlie and Lolth's conversation.
So
Lathander, not Wolf.
that's a
Sorry,
completely
I'm-
different person.
My
here.
bad. I'm,
Man, my guy.
I'm typing spoils as people are looting in the background here. This is sorry.
That is a completely different accent for me too. Gee.
Someone
don't
Oh,
put
how
that
dare
on
I?
me.
Can I loot during a short rest?
I can say that everyone at this point, like, people can be looting while this conversation or afterwards for sure. I'm just writing down the what's going on, what will be found. Sorry. Yeah, we'll go. Any looting and stuff we'll use in the back chat, and Arlie and Lolthander. You guys can keep going.
All right. Okay. Well, this sounds to me kind of like we're on the level together here.
It sounds like you have a strong handle on what the Cleric's Tower is about and what it used to be about, which I am fascinated by, because at no point in any of the records I have read do they sound like a community outreach program. They always sort of sound aloof and what is the word? Apathetic.
Yeah. Okay. You're not okay with that.
Oh, I think that there is an incredible amount of knowledge, and if you let knowledge sort of sit on itself, it festers and becomes incredibly navel-gazing. And
You need to do
unwell,
something with it.
Exactly, and I thought as soon as I learned about the Wandering Cleric, as soon as I was out of there as fast as possible.
Yes.
The idea that there could be more brilliance released from this festering knowledge.
Because that's what your thing is, right? And like depending on what speciality any of those individuals should have, that should be the thing that they share with the world and that they develop in the world.
Imagine a library that refuses to lend books. That's essentially what the Cleric's Tower has become, or is, or at least I thought always was. And you're saying there is a different way of relating to the entire world.
Yeah. Also, that's not a library, that's a museum.
Right. A crusty sort of wax museum. Yes.
Yeah. That's an entirely different kind of institution. That makes no sense. All right. So, do you have, and your companions have, a way to get us to the Cleric's Tower?
Is it?
Harold has a way of sitting in a space incredibly unobtrusively. And he's there, but you just kind of forget that he's in the room. Part of it is his size. Part of it is just long habit picked up.
I'm losing you there, Michael.
Yeah.
Shoot, didn't hear the end of your sentence.
Yeah, sorry.
Life's
Oh no.
Oh no.
It just I'm having like I have a It's a Me Mario stuck on my screen.
this
There he is. Sorry, Michael.
Try this
We
again.
got the like it's I it all broke down for me early on after part of it is his size, but I think we're reconnecting right now with Keen. No. While King reconnects, Thad, you are able to find, I'll just say it for the party and everyone watching, as you search through the bodies and the various rooms, you're able to find a scroll of Circle of Death, at +2 dagger, some unguents and oils worth 200 gold pieces, a potion of fire resistance, a holy symbol to Lolth worth 50 gold pieces, 2 potions of superior healing, a gem of seeing, 500 gold pieces, a +1 magical dagger, a +1 long sword, which Aelric is currently wielding, and a +2 great club that will grow or shrink depending on the size of the wielder. Harold, I just you cut out right around when you said part of it is to do with his size, and then I missed the other part of it.
So part of it is to do with the size, and part of it is just a habit long acquired from a life spent doing illegal things. At the question asked by Lysander of does your party have a way of getting us to the tower, Harold says, "Oh yeah, we got a boat, but who sent you?"
Yeah, Zivelin sent me.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He. I'm sorry to say, Arlie, but he said that he doesn't know how much longer he's going to be able to be there for you.
Sorry, Claire was trying to remember who Lysander. I was looking at the chat. I was like, Lysander, which Midsummer Night's Dream? Who's the opposite?
That is
Demetrius.
not. Yeah.
It's Demetrius.
So,
and
okay,
Lysander.
thank you. So my head. So what? I'm sorry. What is Lathander is telling Arlie?
So Harold just asked Lysander that he asked him who sent him, and Lathander said that Zivelin sent him, and Zivelin sent Lathander because he doesn't know how much longer he can keep or be there for Arlie.
Okay, so Arlie's like, if Arlie's complexion could just fade, you know, the anime, like when their faces just drop and it's like great. She looks pale. She looks faint. She looks panicked.
Well, if Zivelin sent you, then maybe you could help us with something. You see, we didn't just come here to get a rod piece. We came here because we descried that there were shoots from the tree of Zivelin growing here. The spider dragon that Thad interacted with was nesting in them. They look rough. Do you know how we can heal them?
I can take a look at it. Could I take a closer look at the roots? Going off of having been informed by the check that I made earlier on Arlie's arm, and see if there's anything more to be gleaned from that.
Yeah, give me a.
He did say that you detected areas of rot.
Yes,
earlier.
I did say that to the party as well, that it's within the roots. I think I said that out loud. I believe. Okay.
Yeah, like I mean, and I think that has to do with kind of the Nat 20, like early testing system is the nature of kind of being like, oh, I smell. Like I guess in the way that a dog could smell cancer, Lathander could smell this infection, is what I mean to say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but if you want to give me, what am I thinking? Give me a religion or history check in regards to the roots.
So I'm using physical dice.
Nice.
And you are not going to believe me, but I rolled another nat 20.
Fuck off.
I'm so sorry.
He's a god. Of course
It's true. I mean, you're a god. Yeah, with
a total of 25.
That's incredible. With religion again or history?
That was with religion.
With religion, incredible. Oh, this is easy. Okay, Lathander. With a nat 20, Zivelin also known as the World Tree, exists through all realms. His roots and leaves and branches, leaves and branches and roots reach to all places in creation. It kind of ties them all together and links them all, and it is ever present. On a nat 20, you know that, like, they also can act as conduits. And especially someone like the cleric of Zivelin would be able to use them to travel.
So sorry. Let me clarify. I'm under the impression that Arlie could use these roots to travel to any other place where there are roots.
Assume a powerful enough and experienced enough cleric could.
Okay.
The fact that she is a cleric means that, like, the on-ramp is open.
Right.
Whether Arlie would be able to necessarily navigate it, I mean, I think with a nat fucking 20, I can say that Lathander has an understanding of how this system works, and it is not like a highway or like a turbo lift or something from Star Trek.
Right.
Entering Zivelin and using Zivelin as a pathway is actually entering a space similar to what Arlie described as this library. And from that library, you have access to the collected tomes of knowledge across all existence, and through those tomes, you can find exits out of the library into various locations.
Mm-hmm. Okay. That is also a little off topic because we were kind of looking at it to be, is there anything that we can do to heal the roots right now? Because I think from earlier I didn't seem to get that impression that there was anything that we could do.
There's nothing. From your earlier check on this nothingness, the nothingness only waxes. It never wanes. So that which is touched by or infected by the nothingness, that could be contained or slowed, but it will never go away. It will only grow until it encompasses everything.
Okay. So I'll look at Harold then and say, there's not much that we can do to reverse anything that has already happened with that. But we could use it as a possible means of transposing ourselves to anywhere within Zivelin's knowledge, which it sounds like we're just looking at his memories, but there's a possibility that we could travel through the roots to anywhere else that Zivelin is rooted in. Anywhere.
Where is Zivelin rooted?
Anywhere that he knows. We could try and take a look. Arlie, you game?
So trying to have a look at where else. What?
Well, we want to get to the Cleric's Tower. Cleric's Tower is where Zivelin is one of the places that he's rooted in. It kind of goes to...
Shit!
Yeah.
Oh my god! You mean using the roots the way you would a scrying spell?
Almost, yeah.
So, I think this opens us up to a whole host of badness, but I think it's better to try than not try, in which Arlie demonstrates her -1 intelligence and her incredible +5 wisdom. I definitely think this is a great idea. We should definitely.
We have a Arlie. We have a ship. We have a ship
Right. Yes.
that we've crewed.
Yes.
Oh,
But here
so
we have an opportunity to just sort of grab hold of the tainted roots and see what they show us and see what's waiting at the other end.
I will also say, if you've been experiencing some issues with regular magic, then we might want to have that be addressed first before, because I can't have anything happen to you. Okay.
Just there's no way to address it. We ran it by Wyhan, and there's literally no one in all of Kryn more qualified than Wyhan. Is there, Thad? She's literally the best of the most horrifyingly best. Am I wrong? If she says you're compromised and there's nothing that can be done, end of. Although, in fairness, if a god comes along, maybe.
I didn't want to phrase it like that, but yeah.
Right. Okay, so the plan. What's the plan? So, do you want me to?
Well, if y'all are okay with it, I would like us to get to the cleric's tower as quickly as possible. If there's a little bit of extra incentive, I have something for each of you that I think would be beneficial in the continuance of your quest once we're completed with this.
We have a ship. We have a ship that can take us there, full of men that we chose, Arlie, that don't want to be left here thinking that perhaps we've died or disappeared. So maybe we should take the ship to the cleric's tower rather than traveling through the possibly corrupted routeway. Arlie,
I traveled ahead.
if that's okay with you.
Should you all take the ship, and I'll take the route highway, and you'll find out if I survive at the end. No,
no, I don't think we should do that. I don't think we should do that.
Okay.
Has Thad finished cleaning the roots off the web off the roots yet? Can say I would assume that about an hour or so has passed in game.
Oh no, Thad has completely not done that. He wandered through the entirety of the caverns with Arlick, and we've looted everything. But we haven't cleaned.
Elric and Thad return with a bunch of like weapons and scrolls and some oils and ointments.
The entire time too, Thad has just been monologuing shipping theory that's going on in the background.
You know what? And I bet he's going to try to solve the problem of her not being able to cast. He's going to become her patron deity. You just wait and see. He's going to offer it. I bet you he's going to offer it. I bet you right now. I bet it's going to happen. So, like,
I just mechanically need to know, has an hour passed?
An hour had passed. Yeah, we would have been not part of this conversation.
Certainly.
Okay. In that case, I've had a short rest, so I'm going to use a cantrip, and I'm good. I have my slots back. So Harold's going to cast Mage Hand and just start grabbing a torch, just burning away at the webs on the roots.
You're going to burn the webs that are on the roots. Is that right?
I'm going to try one and see if I just absolutely shred the root first.
Okay,
and not cause like a massive problem in game.
This will be like I'd say it's a sleight of hand check, but it's like
Roots don't burn, Koi. They're full of water.
I mean, in D&D, D&D, it's all vulnerable to fire.
Okay, fine.
But
I just use Mage Hand and I yank the webs off.
pull it all
Roots.
off. Amazing.
So what you're saying is
I'm just
physics don't work in D&D, but water dynamics do. What? I don't understand. What's going on? I don't know.
Am I understanding correctly that the characters can travel by root system somehow, like a planar travel sort of?
That's what he's
'cause-
explaining.
Yes.
Technically,
I'm
yes.
reading here in this note to Lathander that everyone can see that the roots don't seem tainted, but
They don't
Arlie
seem
doesn't know
tainted in a
that.
dangerous way. Yeah, not in a way that would
But
endanger
Arlie
travel.
finds out.
Yeah, Harold, you're able to clear, like using Mage Hand and clearing the root system, exposing an old root system that clearly this has been a spot that has become a central place for worship with Lolth, and the spider dragon was brought here from another plane. Seemingly it's made it its lair. The fact that the roots are here, like in the same way ley lines would, provide enhanced kind of magical capacity and thinness between realms with these roots here. They look sick, but alive. And you were using that with the Mage Hand, yeah. And you were able to expose this massive, like they're going in and among the stalactites. Clearly been here for hundreds, if not more. If not dozens of hundreds of years.
And then the last thing I'd like to do is finding a thin portion, maybe the size of a little halfling finger. I'd like to take a cutting from a healthy strand.
Yeah. Give me a Arcana check. Ocarina of Time. What do you got for me? 15. Awesome. With a 15, you can feel the magic in the piece that you cut off. This is a cutting of the roots of Zivelin. It is imbued with a certain power, however unclear and minute. Awesome. I'm going to say at this point, we're basically having like a short rest as everyone's having this conversation. It seems like everyone's doing a bit of like, there's enough time here for a short rest. So let's say we do a short rest. That means you can like roll your hit dice if you need to roll hit dice. You recover whatever you recover during a short rest as the party kind of recombobulates after that massive battle. We are at 8:50, so I'll say that we're going to come back in 15 minutes, just 5 after 9. As we come to the end of our short rest and move into our next phase of decision making. That's awesome. Thank you so much for watching. I'm happy that things worked out after the first little while. And we'll be back in a few minutes, y'alls. Y'alls, he said. Just like Lathander. Just like Lysander.
To nobility, Ollie dodged through life with frivolity. Parties and balls, a life so grand. Little did she know what fate had planned. Ollie, Ollie, the wandering candlewick, chosen by Zivelin, her destiny's down. This from towers of paper to the open road, a reluctant cleric with powers bestowed. luxury, thrust into robes surrounded by tomes and dusty old globes. But Ollie's mind, sharp as a tack, mastered the legalese others did lack. Contracts and bylaws, she knew them all. Her litigious prowess made bureaucrats fall. In mazes of paper would she find a way to bend the rules and save the day. A holy symbol in a divine dream. Not all in the tower is as it may seem. A true cleric now with healing in hand. She'll represent the tower across the land. But Ollie sees more than meets the eye. All timelines at once, futures that fly. Past, present, future, all intertwined. Sometimes leaving the present behind. More than meets the eye. All timelines at once, futures that fly. Past, present, future, all intertwined. Sometimes leaving the present behind. Library cat, shrouded in mystery, follows Audie through every history. With glowing eyes and silent paws, it guards her path without pause. Ollie, the wandering candlewick, chosen by Sybil in her destiny's now. Mystic from towers of paper to the open road, a reluctant cleric with powers bestowed. Cut from luxury, thrust into robes, surrounded by tomes and dusty old globes. But Ollie's mind, sharp as a tack, mastered the legalese others did lack.
Oh, hoist up the sails, let the winds take a grip. For Thaddeus Turnpike commands his ship. For good on the waves, a sailor so bold, with magical powers and a heart of gold. Behold, Thaddeus sailed the endless sea, with little Boobo as wise as can be. Through tempest and tide, they roam far and wide. The Turnpike legacy, their unfading pride. From the mighty Turnpike line he hails, with the lineage of captains braving the gales. A scion of seafarers fierce and grand, with the spell on his lips and the sword in his hand. Behold, Thaddeus, master of the spell, with little Boobo through heaven and hell. They dance with the stars, they flirt with the dew. Their laughter echoes in the ocean's blue. Now for his mate, little Boobo's his name. Together they soar in fortune and fame. With little Boobo, his talents wrapped in light, they summon the winds and the stars to their fight. A curse of great power, a gift or a bane, Thaddeus wields it with little to fame. A rogue with a charm, a sailor with flair, he faces each curse with nary a care. Behold, Thaddeus, the sea's arcane knight, with little Boobo in the pale moonlight. Through whispers of magic and the salt-laden air, the Turnpike adventure none can compare. So sing of the Turnpike, the legend, the tale, of Thaddeus and Boobo setting sail. For where the map ends, their journeys just start. The seas in their blood, magic in their heart. So sing of that Turnpike, the legend, the tale, of Thaddeus and Boobo setting sail. For where the map ends, their journeys just start. The seas in their blood, magic in their heart.
In Solania's fields a halfling stood tall, sea gray eyes, a fighter's call. With Fiona's love and Angus' smile, his world was bright for a little while. Oh, Harold Grey with list in hand, a promise made, a journey planned. Each task he'll mark, each dream fulfill. For those he's lost, his heart beats still. From Zakar streets to golden fields, their family loved the greatest shield. They dreamed of wonders near and far, penned on a list beneath the stars. Oh, Harold Grey with list in hand, a promise made, a journey planned. Each task he'll mark, each dream fulfill. For those he's lost, his heart beats still. Young Angus fell on distant shore, while Fiona's kiss would come no more. A drunken noble, a vengeful blade, left Harold's world in darkness laid. But from his grief a purpose born, to honor vows that he had sworn. The list unfolds a final wish, a blade resisted a gutted fish. Now Harold roams through joy and strife, to live for three in one short life. From mountains high to oceans deep, this solemn pledge he vowed to keep. With boulder hat and iron will, he faces each task with hard-won skill. For every deed he sees it through, he feels their love forever true. And when the final task is done, when every battle's lost and won, he'll close his eyes, his duty clear, knowing his loved ones drawing near. In afterlife they'll meet again, their love eternal, free from pain. The list complete, their dreams fulfilled, a promise kept, a future will. Oh, Harold Grey, your journey's long, but in your heart they're never gone. With every dream that you fulfill, Fiona and Angus are with you still.
with friends.
Games with Friends, we're back. Welcome back to Games with Friends on UR Legion Podcast Network channel, Twitch stream games. We're working on it. In September, we're coming up with some clarity in terms of our nounage. But yeah, we are back. We just the party is recuperating in the dark chasm that is the Web's Edge, and I think we've revealed. I want to make sure I've got everything that we've done. We've revealed the roots, taken all the webs off during this short rest. We've gone around and gathered loot from various places and bodies. I assume people have kind of cleaned themselves up. Has anyone else done some healing? I know that there was a magical healing done, which at the very beginning, which Thad described as like not happy healing, as opposed to the celestial, wonderful knitting back into beautiful perfectness. Magical healing is like the mechanical restructuring of fascia and bone without anesthetic. So it's like a reverse surgery. It works great, but it's not without discomfort. Anything, Harold gets his warlock spell slots back during the short rest. Anything else happen during the short rest? Mechanically,
I'll ask. Does anybody feel like particularly beat up in terms of hit points and stuff like that?
I just used all 8 of my hit dice.
Okay.
So, not anymore.
All right.
I think I'm at 12, but I haven't done my hit dice. I feel like it's bad. I don't know how to do hit dice.
I'm just gonna say that during this time, I cast Aura Vitality, which is going to give us 1 minute, and every 6 seconds within that minute, I can heal 2d6 HP for a minute.
So that's 20d6 total.
I'm gonna roll 20d6 on Foundry.
My God.
No.
Did I make a mistake
No.
being a paladin?
10d6.
Sorry, 10d6.
Yeah.
2 times. You're right. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
I like Vicavar's suggestion, since we can't say Lathander or Lathander or Lolth. And
Lolthander.
What if we call him Ander?
Andor.
Then I want
Andor.
Andor. Great. Now we
call
won't
him
be confused
Andor?
at all.
Yeah, there's no reason we would do that. No connection whatsoever to Andor.
So there's 41 hit points available for anybody who needs hit points.
Cool.
I took the 3 that I lost because I traveled through fire. We come back with the loot. I'm going to use Arcane Recovery to get back a 3rd level and a 1st level spell slot.
Nice.
I just hand the really beautiful. There's this beautiful dagger. I just hand it right over to Harold. Otherwise, it's sort of like I elected to get the 500 GP where it needs to go. I pocket the death, and I'm just gonna take like a drop of one of the unguents. Gonna like tap it before stowing that, and then as we download with the plan and the route that's been going on. I am going to take Ander over to the side and just be like, well, depending on how hot it's going to get and how quick that could happen, I just want you to know that without a good night's sleep, I'm kind of no longer playing at my highest register.
Are you a musician? What?
No, I don't have access to my most powerful magical arts anymore.
Oh, I understand.
Most of the higher energies I have access.
Okay, I got you. Yeah, if that need arises, I'm happy to take the forefront there. But hopefully we get you a little rest soon.
All right. Just wanted you to know that. Otherwise, Yeah, I mean, we can touch the roots.
Okay.
Harold's doing that thing with the new dagger that like gang members in 70s movies do, where they're like blah 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 blah. And Harold's gonna be like,
I've seen him do that in a different time and place.
Whoa.
Harold's gonna just be like, okay, so here's the deal. If we're gonna take this route highway, y'all are gonna wait here. I'm gonna nip out and tell the ship that they should sail to the cleric's tower.
Do you have to physically go? I could just send them a message.
June would be confused by that. It would frighten him.
That's fair.
How are we?
Okay.
How are you getting back? Like, how are you getting back?
Hey, we came. We walked in here. You can walk out.
I thought Dr. Brown sent us here. Excuse me,
Aelric.
Doc Brown.
Aelric, as you say, I thought Doc Brown sent us here. You feel numbness and then a shifting in your body, and the spell that was the advanced polymorph spell wears off, transforming you back to a blue-scaled dragonborn.
Quickly before we deal with that new incident, and I don't know who wants to notice this, but when Thad sees the dagger flipping that's going on over there, he instinctively reaches over to like touch something that might have been at one point, like something that could have been carried on his chest, like reflexively. And it's kind of like, and then puts his hand down for a second.
Harley, do you have sending prepared? Harley?
Always. For a very long time, we meant to message Bubo. We never did, but I had prepared
Well, then,
ever since.
tell June to sail to the cleric's tower. You can spare me the trip.
Absolutely.
Please. And thank you.
What?
That throws up at the sight of that we constantly the polymorph wear off.
Is the the red huge like reptilian leathery wings sprouting out of a human? It's like a horrific. It's one thing for scales to turn into soft flesh, like that kind of can look weird, but okay. But when polymorph wears off and hard scales come out from under soft flesh, it looks gross. It's very gross.
Didn't I have to make a constitution check the last time for this thing?
That was
no?
because it was the spell affecting you.
I
The
see.
spell's just worn off, so you're just back to your normal form.
So I didn't. Yeah. Okay.
Because it lasts for an hour.
Okay.
So at the end of your short rest.
I don't have access to my other character sheet.
Oh, did I? Oh, I might have, because we were playing with like ownership and stuff. I might have.
Yeah, that's okay. I basically know stuff.
I should have put your character sheet there. You should have access to it, but let me know.
Okay. Yeah, I got it. I'm sorry. Yeah, I got it. Thank you.
Cool. I've just adjusted it. Arlie, are you going to meet us at the Cleric's Tower to June? Is that what you're sending?
Yeah.
Amazing. And with sending, is June allowed to respond, or is it just a one-way?
No, they get to respond.
Awesome. How many words does he get to respond?
25, isn't it?
Yeah, 25 characters. Characters. Sorry, words. No.
Okay, I'm just drafting June's response here. So please entertain yourselves in role playing.
Well, Elric looks at Elric looks at himself, just kind of clenches everything, not gets very, very tense. Very tense.
Do you feel better? Thad asks between casting prestidigitation on his mouth to get all of that out.
He turns to Thad. And Elric says, "This is becoming confusing."
If
Why did you stop wearing armor?
You don't remember. I can't explain it fully because you don't remember. Thad, you don't remember. Arlie remembers. Whatever your name is, you weren't even there. I can't explain it fully. I needed to feel the air. I needed to feel it. I started to feel constrained, confined, shackled in that armor. Less alive.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
All right.
Out of character, I'm pretty sure Harold remembered most of it. We haven't spoken about the experience yet.
Well,
One of
Elric
them-
has.
I think that enough to do.
Elric is just assuming now.
Yeah.
He's not his usually composed self.
I'm still so tickled that I insta remembered this life in Claire Thulu, and I failed that check immediately over.
100%. Yeah.
It's a very fun twist. It is a fun twist.
Yeah. Yeah. So go ahead, Harold. You were saying.
I remember the car. Remember the bow. I remember ripping the teeth out of that man's mouth.
What?
Yeah.
And I remember wanting more than anything to stay in a world that still had Fiona in it. But that world wasn't real. It was an illusion meant to kill us.
He gets very, very close to Harold. I've never had a life. I've never lived. I had an uncle that trained me for war, that died, and then I marched. I have all these feelings that I couldn't articulate. A word that's coming out of my mouth right now that I didn't know 2 years ago. I felt in that other world. I felt, and I have every memory of Elric in me. I feel alive in him. Skin, not scales. Air. Warmth. Warm blood dripping from men onto my arms, into my hands. 28 years of life that I've never known. Don't talk to me about fucking real. I feel more alive and more real since being there than I have ever felt. I don't know who I am right now. I'm struggling, Harold. Oh, I'm struggling so hard.
Harold, thinks for a moment. and then reaches into his coat pocket and takes out a very battered up book, tiny notebook. In his hands, it's like, like this big in Alex's very small. And along with a tiny nub of a pencil, he hands it to Aelric and he says, "All we are, Aelric, is what we do. So when you think of something that you want to do, you can write it down here so you don't forget."
Elric takes the book and the nub. I don't think I can put everything in this book. Some things I don't think I can do, even if I want. But thank you.
I didn't think I'd bust out mine either. Not many people get to ride dragons.
Arlie, you receive back in your mind June's response. Aye, aye, Captain. We shall hoist sail and set course for the nearest port to the Cleric's Tower, which should be at the harbour of...
Shit. He can't count, June. That's fine. He's on his way.
Thad, as the rest of that conversation is going on, very quietly to Lathander, just sort of like inches over there, giving them the space, because any talk of the other world makes him feel deeply uncomfortable, and just,
what's a car?
Oh, honestly, it would take longer to explain. Just, it's like a cart with a horse, but the horse isn't there. It's just the cart.
Oh, a gnomish cart.
Yeah.
Is this like reflective of rolls everyone made when they came back? The reason that Thad can't remember anything?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. When Thad came back, he totally failed.
there was
And Aelric has just assumed that no one remembered. He didn't think that you would remember because you were unconscious, and he tried to talk it to Thad, and it didn't go well. And so Aelric just kind of threw his hands up.
Yeah, there's I guess, yeah, that is very aware that something happened between the. It was deeply important to you, but did not transfer back to him.
Arlie had someone else's dreams for a week. Dreams. It's a little more expansive, but it's still included cars.
Yeah, it's very similar to a Gnomish Arcanomobile, Thad.
Yeah, okay. He made that clear.
Nice.
In his description.
I got it. He painted a picture.
You ripped off a dude's teeth, yeah.
Aelric reaches out, grabs Harold by the shoulder, and thanks him. Thank you. Feels like we need to leave now. Elric stands up.
Wait, how are we doing this magical bullshit?
What? What?
I said, how are we doing this magical bullshit?
Right. Yeah, he turns to Lathander and basically he's stopped. He was about to say something similar, but Harold got that thunder.
All right. Well, Arlie, you ready?
Go back home?
Yeah.
Of course.
Okay.
I mean, and she quickly puts like the satin gloves that she got from Castle Calaman on. Ready as I'll ever be.
Okay. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to see what I can do about opening. And then as soon as you feel that there's space for you to go into, I want you to try and go into that space and see if you can visualize and remember what the Cleric's Tower looks like in as great a detail as you possibly can.
God, wait, I thought I had to travel on the boat. No, I get to
We get to
experiment with the corrupt root system. Fantastic.
We're going to try the thing, okay? All right.
Excellent. All right. She takes her gloves off. I don't need these.
I'm going to
Right.
cast...
Let's go.
I'm going to cast Commune.
Okay.
With Zivelin.
Should we join forces on this one? Oh, wait. Before you talk to Zivelin, his girlfriend is incredibly amenable. But go for it if you want. Maybe it's too late. Just for the theater of it all. It can be too late.
Right. What's Zivelin's girlfriend's name again?
I forget. It's the nature goddess. Don't you just that know it? It's
Chislev.
Oh. Chislev. Yeah, that's his consort. They are each other's consorts. But for comedy, like I honestly, communing with Zivelin, bold move. You're a god. Ignore Arlie's mortal, please. Carry on. It's a bold. I mean, you're in the Legion construct. Like, what's he gonna do? Electrocute you? Like,
I don't know.
So you are going to cast commune, which allows you to contact a deity or divine proxy and ask up to 3 questions that can be answered with a yes or a no. You have to ask your questions before the spell ends. You receive a correct answer for each question. Amazing. Explain how you cast it, and then you can ask your questions.
So I'm gonna turn towards the tree, the roots, and pull out my sunblade, ignite the blade, and begin to carve a circle in the ground underneath the roots. Cool. And as I carve, I'm gonna begin by asking, Zivelin, if you can hear me, we need your help. Can you open these roots for us?
You feel the creaking of boughs in the wind, which doesn't make much sense where you're standing. But almost through that breeze, you hear yes.
Okay, second question. I'm going to continue to draw Lathander's best understanding of what a summoning circle looks like, or a teleportation circle. And continuing to carve the teleportation circle in the ground. Which route should be the focus?
Have to be able to be answered with a yes or a no.
Oh, okay, right, true, right. I'll take a look at the tree and see if there is one very prevalent root in it, possibly like the main portion or something like that. Something that seems to not be touched by the decay yet. The one that's the most vital, and then ask, is this the focus?
The focus. Yeah, you find like the central taproot, which just while some of the other roots are clinging to stalactites and ceilings, this one goes straight down, almost touching the ground itself. Ask your question, is this the focus on the taproot? And you receive through the root systems, yes.
Can Arlie open it?
Yes.
Okay. I'll motion for Arlie to come forward. You see that one there?
I do.
Move us through it.
So she's going to grab Legion's hand and the root at the same time.
Cool. Anyone else holding hands?
When they grab hands, Thad's gonna shoot a look over to Arlick and be like,
Thad's having his own B-side plot here. I love it. I love this B-side plot that Thad's running through.
That's being a wrecker.
This is great. Arlie.
Elric just shakes his head and says, he didn't say anything. He's going to shake his head, grab Thad's hand, and just walk him over there.
Okay. So Harold, Elric, Thad, are you all going to try to join, like, link hands?
Yeah.
Awesome. As you link hands, you feel a broadening of your senses as you reach your hands. Arlie, it begins with your third eye, opening up your sense of space and the world, the distinction between yourself and everything around you falls away, and then you find yourself standing somewhere else in a nothingness space. You all interconnected feel your bodies drift away, almost as if poisoned or disassociating, like dreaming. There is a mingling of minds when you realize that you are connected no longer through the physical touch, but just these minds in sequence traveling in a non-space. There is a moment that someone could try to take advantage of this lesser membrane between separating individuals to try to do something. I will leave a moment if anyone wants to take advantage of that.
Or somebody could do what? Sorry, I don't understand.
The membrane separating you as a self and others is weakened. So you would be able to, mechanically, you could cast Detect Thoughts without spending a spell slot.
Oh, I mean, like Arlie can do Detect Thoughts as a Secret Knowledge Cleric thing. So, like, Zivlin's thoughts, you mean?
It'd be like if anyone else, like not everyone in the party can do that. If people in the party, I'm not saying this is necessarily like an ethical maneuver, but there is an opportunity that someone could try to reach in. Yeah.
I'm going to try to slide my consciousness over to everybody can declare before pulling in shit who's conscious, who's going dipping.
Yeah, if you want. Like, who are you going for?
I want to read the gods. I want to know what. I want to know that is not thinking anything more than like about just the pure mind bending the docs words ringing in his ears. And in like whatever sort of weird psychic scape there is, like there is the Godhead over there, or some like you just I'm like immediately trying to be my consciousness over there for sure.
Awesome.
Is definitely going to just be like she's going to be so ecstatic to have connected with Zivelin after being like kind of unable to connect. She's definitely going to go channel divinity, read thoughts.
Yeah, I mean, well, you get. I'm just saying, in this space, as you are all existing, like in the channel, like you are in the information superhighway. If this movie was made in the 1980s, we'd be in some serious like dot matrix code shit going on. If anyone's watched Hackers, we're kind of in that space. Yeah. So as you all kind of heighten your sentience into the shroom level of Zivelin's roots, you are able to reach into each. You can make the potentially like, you know, non-consensual act of reaching across and into each other's thoughts. Thad is going to try to do that into Lothander's. I'll allow anyone else to, if you want to, you can do that. Well, but let's roll Thad's to get started. So this is going to
not Zivelin, everyone.
If you want, to any other person in the party. This is it's an opportunity. You haven't asked permission. No one's given permission. So this is something that may have impacts, but you have the capacity that you may not have had. I know that Claire Arlie normally has this capacity, but not all the party members do. Detect thoughts. So that'll be a wisdom saving throw for Lothander. I believe it's what's your dispel save DC, Thad?
Oh, 17.
Wisdom saving throw 17 for Lothander. Okay.
You can always choose to fail too.
True.
I got a 23. I feel the consciousness of a mortal pressing on my mind. Is that correct?
Yeah, like reaching clumsily.
I think I'm just gonna feel this pressure and look over at Thad, and Thad sees my eyes begin to glow back to that golden fire as they were during the battle. And suddenly, for a moment, Thad, like almost like a deja vu feeling, is looking at Lathander's face, but suddenly sees the head of an eagle, and then a formless head burning like a sun. Then suddenly the face of an old man with a long white beard with golden colored irises and black eyes, and suddenly back to his face as it is. And Lathander is just going to look at him and just go,
Amazing. Any other party members?
I do want to try to read the system itself, the Zivelin root system, with just the sentiment of like, how are you? I've missed you.
To reach out to it. Yeah. I'll say just give me that'll be just a raw Arcana check. Or religion, I guess. Religion would also make sense. The distinction between Arcana and religion is weird to me in D&D.
Interesting. When I click on it in Foundry, it gives me the option of a but that's what. Wait, what?
Of a what?
I'm sorry. Why am I rolling as Aelric? I broke the game. I broke Foundry.
Oh no! You're rolling as Aelric.
I don't understand. I don't know how I did that.
No, it's probably me doing something. Let's see.
No, that was me. I was going like channel divinity roll. Like I don't know.
Huh. I don't know how that happened. Oh. Yeah. I don't
I'm just,
know.
Like, really good at breaking.
Yeah. Arlie's power transcends realms. That's all I can say.
Can you just roll it manually?
Yep. We'll stop trying to do Roll. That's so unfair.
No. Oh, there's a spare advantage from last session. Vicavar, remember, Claire, you have advantage from last session. Vicavar
Okay,
just
good. Because
reminded us.
also I rolled a 19 and then I rolled a 17, but I just rolled them somehow under the wrong character. Like those rolls, I rolled that digital dice.
Yeah. Okay. So
Just
in that case,
attributed
you get
falsely.
the because Vicavar and the confusion will give you that high roll that you've done. So that's 19 on the die plus 5, right? So that's 24 for that roll then. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
24. Awesome. Arlie, you feel the motes of sentience that are your friends floating with you as little puffy dandelion seeds floating around the root of some great redwood is the scale that you sense between yourself and just this single branch of Zivelin that you've traveled into. But you turn your focus away from the small minds of your friends and towards the larger Zivelin itself that you felt disconnected with. What are you looking for, or what are you trying to communicate?
I'm like genuinely just trying to see if Zivelin is okay. Like I'm like, it's like, are you good? When I know he's not good, you know?
Yeah. Eyes not good is kind of the response you get.
How bad?
Not as wide as a church door, as deep as a well, but look to me tomorrow and shall find me a grave man.
Write that down then.
Yeah, that's a banger, that one.
Ominous. Yeah, I got nothing. I mean, she can be like, she can respond, she'll be like, we're trying really hard, but like in reality, she knows you can read her thoughts. Like, at what? You have no plan.
Yeah,
We're trying.
it's this very soft acceptance of question and a kind of melancholic response. But potentially melancholic in the scale of the responder more than any sorrow it feels at its own mortality or risk. Anyone else trying to take advantage of this period of transition? Wonderful. And in the blink of an eye, it's almost as if you have been holding your breath. You all gasp and find yourselves in a new space. At first, it seems like you've made it to the cleric's tower. Rows of books. But the ground is not quite clean enough. The tower keeps cleaner ground. Also, the tower's floors are wooden. These are stone. These are also covered in dirt, and not just dirt, but roots. And following those roots to the center, a central axis of this library, you see a tree. Arlie, you recognize this library. This is a library you've been to before, maybe in different spaces. But this is the library where you first met Library Cat. This is the library where you also met one of the librarians, a human, old, looming figure that spoke very little, and more recently a smaller, Kender, elder woman. As you all wake up and orient yourself to this space, I've put it into the chat for our players. It's also there for our audience watching from home. Arlie, you hear a familiar voice behind you. Ah, Arlie, you're back. Then we don't have much time.
Last time. But I am back. I brought friends this time. which I assume you
Oh.
can see, right? Because I can see them.
Yes. You turn around and you see a little Kender. If you've ever seen an old Kender, this is easily 3 times older. She is a stooped little Kender, probably 2'8", wearing a librarian's gown, stooped but face out and very, very wrinkled. If any of you in this realm had ever watched Star Wars, you might have connotations of Yoda. But this little Kender woman, not green-skinned, but this little Kender woman looks up at all of you, clearly beaming to have guests. Oh, yes, yes, you seem to have brought all your friends, Ollie. How lovely, how lovely, how lovely. How are you, my dear?
I've been better. And she just waves with her
With her hand.
product.
She reaches out and takes your hand, gives it a look. Oh dear, yes. Oh, well. I suppose we could cut it off and grow it back if you like.
Don't actually think that Kenders can do that. I think you might be able to do it, but I don't think it's a universally possible thing.
Well, it's sort of a magical thing. I'm sure your friend over here would be possibly able to do it. And
Unless it is possible for Zivlin himself to cut off the corrupted parts of his branches and grow them back, I fear that Zivlin and I are sort of doing a mirror image kind of a thing. It's my best guess with my middling arcana.
mirror image sort of a thing. Well, you are certainly connected. Oh, and she looks up at she kind of takes in everyone. This is a reference that a couple of people in this game will recognize. But she's the type of person who will talk to you and grab you, and then hold on tight while she turns and talks to everyone else in the room, and just does not let go of you. So she's now, oh, wonderful, Arlie. And then she, holding you tight, Arlie, she turns and looks to everyone else, turning to her. Oh, Harold. What a wonderful surprise. You're here, and I see. Oh, yes, and he looks off to above your shoulder. He says, and Fiona's still with you, I see. Very good, very good. Well, you two belong together. Aelric, oh, Aelric, you must enjoy yourself once more. Come down here, boy, come down. Yes, you're too tall. Oh, Aelric, you must rest, my lad, you must rest. You're too stressed. Let's see, who else do we have here? She changes hands on your arm, Arlie. Just still holding on. Not that she needs you to stand up, but just that, like, you are not being ignored. I will get back to you once I've done this. Turns to Thaddeus. Ah, wizard. I don't remember the last time we allowed a wizard in the library. Oh, you are a lucky boy, you are. Yes, you are, but I'm sure you know that, yes. And Lothander. Well, it's good to see you. Now, Arlie, sorry, I just can't be rude. I have to say, you must welcome all of your guests. Arlie, shall we sit down? There's a lovely little stump over here, a little bit of root that I like to sit down and enjoy, a place to read. Follow me. She just doesn't let go, walks towards the central trunk and sits herself down on a little just root stump that is clearly like been weathered over decades of nice, comfortable seating. It's the wood has become smooth and soft, where you see she's been sitting and hands have rested and feet have laid out. Now, Arlie, what are we to do?
I mean, what's been happening here? Have you been losing entire branches of the library to decay?
Oh, yes. Yes, we've lost entire areas of the library. At first, I didn't quite know what it was, but I was able to get a few important texts out of some areas before they disappeared.
But you're not worried? We should be worried. Also, that's that's when you said to my friend Harold, you said that him and Fiona, but that's not just a visage. Like that's not just a memory animating itself. Sorry, Harold. Sorry. So switching to Kender. Oh damn, he knows Kender. Never mind. It's wonderful that his spell. It's fantastic. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Just very haunted individual.
Did you think that there was some sort of trickery? No, 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 no. No, death is far more complex. You see, she is merely one element that remains on this world, her devotion.
That's beautiful. Can we get Zivlin's devotion to override the sort of overwhelming decay and rotten? But just this beastie that has him, the mother of 1,000 young dark goats, or whatever her thing is, this thing from another time and place, this... I've not a clue. I've not a damn clue about what to do. And you seem terribly calm, so you must know what to do.
She kind of nods her head and pats the root next to her. Yes, come sit, my dear. Sit, my dear. You see, Arlie, this is all, well, there's good news and there's bad news. You see, the good and the bad is that it's because of you, my dear. This is all because of what you were able to do, to what you were chosen to do by Zivelin.
Dad, plug your ears.
To put the beginning after the ending, and now the ending after the beginning. Because you see, there is a paradox. The gods were contained, and the gods were reborn into the world. There was an ending, and there was a beginning. And the world tree defied them, both. And now, after the beginning, the old end has come to take its toll, you see. And the nothingness has come for the world tree that existed when there were supposed to be no gods. The wheel must turn, Arlie.
Like, are you telling me I've got to sacrifice myself or something?
No.
Honestly,
no.
that would make sense at this point.
No. Oh, I'm afraid I assumed Lothander had told you all about what you were dealing with. No. Yes, you see, you are quite right. What is consuming the world tree is very dangerous. It is hungry. It cannot be reasoned with. It is nothingness. And it will consume the world tree, because the world tree has become a paradox of itself. And this is what the nothing does. It simplifies and keeps reality sane, as it were.
How has the world tree become a paradox of itself?
Well, you see, when all the gods were contained and taken from the world, so too was Zivelin, and yet Zivelin was not contained. And so when the gods were released again, Zivelin was released into a world where Zivelin did not exist, yet Zivelin was already there. It is a paradox. This is exactly why Arlie was chosen. Only Kender can influence paradoxes with such artistry.
What did the gnomes do?
Oh, the gnomes, they are hungry for knowledge, but not very wise with its application. They are excited by learning. Very excited. Excitable people. but they don't enjoy appreciating it. That's why it's the Kenders who get the really special jobs.
We. As long as you don't tell us it's a job, then we'll do it.
Oh, you've done it. You released the gods. You did it. This is just the second part that should have come first.
Great.
Yes. See, Zivelin must move on. The wheel must
What? I'm
turn.
sorry, what?
Harley. The wheel
I'm
must
sorry, what?
turn.
Move on?
Yes,
This is how
Zivelin must
Zivelin
die.
dies?
For the world tree to live, the world tree must die.
So what you're saying is that all of this is... Nothing is actually wrong. Everything's fine. It's personally very uncomfortable for me.
Well, that's the good news, yes. Yes, that's exactly the good news. The bad news is, well, that can have some very negative health effects for some of us.
I am very likely to die as well, is ultimately what inevitably will happen if Zivelin dies.
Only if you wait for the nothing to do it.
You telling me that we have to expedite Zivelin's death in order to save myself. I must.
Oh no, I'll do it. I'll kill a god.
You'll kill anything bad. What could beat a dragon? A god, of course.
Yes.
You would.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
In order for the world tree to live, the world tree must die, is what you're saying.
I'm afraid
Like,
so,
it's
yes.
a thing in nature.
Does the nature of creation itself demand that a world tree live?
That's a good question. Does the nature of reality itself demand? I believe what you're seeing right now with the staining on young Arlie's hands there is the nature of the universe itself demanding that at least this world tree must cease to exist.
Will there be another world tree after?
As is with all trees, with some help, I have faith.
And Zivelin?
Where there is knowledge, where there is the world tree, there is Zivelin.
When a king dies, there is a new king. The king is dead, long live the king. Yes?
She looks to Lothander with this, kind of with like a little smirk. She says, do you see how they must connect everything with their own designs and devices?
Even the gods. This is not my first time around the spheres. I have been other things. All of the gods have been other things. Rebirth is part of what we do as celestial beings. It is in our nature to have this happen.
Yes, you see, Arlie. Yes. You don't have to be you don't have to worry about having your fate tied up with Zivelin. Zivelin has its purpose. The wheel must turn, and you can continue on, and you can move on from Zivelin if you so choose. As your friend Harold did say that, well, there must be another, and from the mightiest oaks, they begin with just a small seed. And I'm sure there are many opportunities for those seeds to sow and grow, and you can choose to be a part of that, or you can choose to, well, it's a big library. There's a lot that you can take from it.
You're an awfully good spirit, but I guess you've had some time to know that this is the nature of things.
Oh, darling, it's about enjoying the time you have with those you love.
Oh,
I think Arlie just can't respond. She just looks at Harold. She looks at if Fiona is apparated right now. She just looks around. She just looks like frenetically. Arlie is open to possibility, but this is a level of depth.
Arlie.
Huh?
When
Oh no.
In some ways, a thunderstorm is more alive than you or I will ever be. It's full of energy, of violent motion, of potential. It brings life forth, just as it ends it. And then it ends and is gone forever. Would you mourn the passing of a thunderstorm?
I would trust that there would just be another one.
Exactly.
Right, okay, there will be another Zivlin or something like it. Oh.
They're not people. They're thunderstorms. No offense.
None taken.
I've always wanted to kill a thunderstorm.
And this. One god at a time. Okay, so we beat. Okay, so the important thing is actually that we beat the nothing. We have to. Before the nothing corrupts Zivlin, we. How do you kill the word tree?
Well, I was hoping maybe. Turning to Lathander and to the Iskander, you two might have some ideas?
Is there a book?
There are plenty of books. We're in a library. Oh, sorry. That's a joke I've been holding on to for a little while there. I'm happy I got to use it.
Funny.
But yes, I think between the five of you, you seem to be very, well, capable of violence. Let me put it that way.
Yeah. Do we do violence to that tree over there?
Yeah, she's sitting like at the root. She's literally sitting on one of the roots of this tree. But yeah,
what's the point of finding the wands? What's the point of finding the wands? The wands was to combat the nothing. What's the point of finding them if we simply do the nothing's job for it?
Oh no, we also need the wands because there's some sort of negative thing that's coming around, and that's the only thing that I think we can defeat it with. But does Arlie need to kill the tree specifically? I'm just not clear on that part of it.
Oh, I mean, unless you have some sort of thing amongst yourselves around who's supposed to kill who when, I don't think there's any obligation on.
Just to check. Could I make a insight check on this little old Kender just to see? What I'm basically looking for is what she's saying about this cycle of rebirth. Lathander agrees with it, but does she somehow have some kind of other motivation behind just keeping the wheel turning?
Okay, yeah. Give me an insight check.
Okay. 12.
The only thing you can feel beyond what she's describing is just like compassion.
Okay.
If does Zivlin want to be ended by Arlie specifically?
That's a strange
I'll
verb to
doubt
use
that.
for a tree.
Oh, okay. Well, Arlie, do you not want to be here for this? Do you?
Oh, if you think you're about to be able to do it from here, I will be very surprised if it's that easy. But go right ahead. It's not going to be that easy.
I'm gonna. Can I borrow your sword? Who has the +2 sword?
So to be
Please
clear,
don't set fire to the library.
to be clear, Arlie, just to make sure everyone's understanding where we are in the root system. So this is like a demi-plane kind of thing within the root system. So this library is both like a transitory space, but it is also like the realm that is kind of within Zivlin. The books represent like the accessible knowledge from within Zivlin. Destroying anything within this, let alone like the heart tree at the center of this library, the library itself, you're destroying Zivlin. This would be like destroying Zivlin from the inside out.
Is there like a library axe anywhere? Like that is like looking
Like
around.
an emergency tools area. I think that's interesting because I feel like the implication in this lore is that the library will stand regardless. Like that was my takeaway was like that. Like you can burn the foliage on the outside of the building, but the building stands and like new growth takes place. But I think you're saying that without even needing an Arcana check, we can just tell that. Like it's more like we're inside of the roots themselves.
Yeah, like you touch the roots and you transport it into this kind of demi plane. So the library is kind of, it's not necessarily like, it's not like to think of it like an object, a building in a space is the wrong way to think of it. It's like a dreamscape that is just a library. The library itself is the realm, as opposed to like a building in a field or on a mountaintop or something.
Okay. Well, then I do want to do some kind of Arcana check because like it's one thing to say like destroy the consciousness of Zivlin, but this plane still stands. But essentially it is like you might as well fireball the entire place and us within it, which is wild because we're in it right now. But hopefully we can get out. But yeah, I would love to just make sure that this isn't like an agent of the nothing. I feel like that was kind of what.
Like an insight check onto her?
Was like an Arcana check or like some kind of religion. Just like it could be insight onto her too. Just like whatever you choose. I'm happy for insight.
You'd have to tell me kind of how you're trying to examine her or the space.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out if this is like another like expression of the nothing, an expression of the corruption. That's like that would be very just like, you know what? Instead of slowly corrupting Zivlin over a matter of months, I could just have his own cleric and her retinue just set fire to the library.
Right. So so you're wanting to see if this old Kender is like an agent or working on behalf of the nothing.
And she may believe she's receiving information from Zivlin. Like she may be completely authentically just like this. I'm communicating what makes sense to me. So I'm hoping that Arlie can. I rolled a 16, so it's a 25 in total for an insight check on the Kender. But that may not. She might believe what she's saying entirely, which could be no fault of her own.
Yeah, I think
that
the biggest thing that you pick up from a 16 is this old Kender fully
it's a 25 total. It's a 25 total.
Oh,
yeah,
my bad.
16 plus 9.
16 plus 9.
Oh, okay. I missed the plus 9. My bad. Yeah, with a 20, with the 26, 25 total. she is operating with an abundance of care towards you, Arlie. She's certainly speaking out of a deep-founded belief in the truth of what she says. But you get a sense that, like, any hesitation or direction she's pushing in is guided by a care for you as an individual.
So she doesn't seem, if she is being controlled by the nothing, she doesn't know it. So unless you want me to spend half a day reading up about the rejuvenating practices of god trees.
As we are near the end of our session, I will say that in this space we have time. If it makes total sense that Arlie would want to take time to kind of consider what's going on at this point, using her access to the resources available. So I'm happy to say that we're going to end the session as we go into a long rest to allow the party to take that time. I am going to say anyone who wants
to end.
Anyone who wants to forgo their long rest can investigate the books, the library, and roll an investigation where they could come up with a magical item. But you would have to lose the long rest. Yes, Neil.
Really quick, before we go, could I just cast Commune again and see if I can contact Zivelin? Okay. My 3 questions are, do you want Arlie to be the one to do it?
No.
You didn't tell me this was what you brought me here for.
The one to do it.
What did you say there, Harold?
Altheron. Ask Zivelin if he wants anyone in this party to be the one to do it.
Do you want any of us to be the one to do it?
Yes.
Brother, I hate you. Are we going to be able to leave after I kill you?
Lathander.
Yes.
Lathander. I don't think you're the one.
No?
When Inpu chose me as his champion, he told me it was my job to make sure that the wheel continues to turn. If this is what must be done to turn the wheel, then I will unburden you of this responsibility.
I put my hand
brother
on.
should not have to kill a brother.
I put my hand on Harold's shoulder. Thank you. You're a good one. And I'm gonna give him 2 things. First, I'm gonna give him.
I'm really not.
I'm trying.
I'm gonna pass on my what is it called? I have so many names of things. I'm gonna give Harold my vigilant blessing.
Cool.
The next time you need to roll initiative, you have advantage on it.
Sweet.
There's no time cap on this.
Wow.
I also will cast Death Ward on you.
Sweet. Cool. Anything else anyone wants to get done? The last thing I want to collect from everyone is just if anyone wants to spend the long rest investigating through the library. I will say that Arlie will spend that rest. So Arlie, you could take another short rest, but because what you're doing here is taking the time to do this, and I'll say throughout this week, Arlie, get in touch with me. Let's do some back channeling so you can get some research in and like answer some questions if you need. We can happy to spend time doing that between next week. Aelric will be resting. Thad.
I'm gonna unfortunately not get my spots back. I don't think that would not old pre dragon breath that would have slept like a baby. For the next fight, we're gonna be a little lower power.
You got to take advantage of this opportunity. Harold, how about you? Are you going to be investigating?
King, did you
I'm looking around,
yourself? Did you give yourself advantage for something?
Yeah. My investigation roll.
Damn. Sneaky bugger. Sneaky bugger. All right. Last thing we do for tonight. Let's roll those dice. Let's do that. Harold, you can do your cheating the rules advantage investigation. That's fine. The gods have spoken. And that as well.
You get a 17.
Exploiting the rules, not cheating the rules.
Exploiting the rules. Amazing.
30.
30? Fucking hell. God damn it. God damn it. All right, 17. Harold, you are able... Now, you will have until next session and require my approval to find a rare magical item that you uncover in your investigation. Fuck. God damn it. With a 30, you will have until next session and my approval to have a legendary or wondrous magical item that you find in the library. Thaddeus.
Yeah, that's worth a long rest. That's
Yeah.
absolutely worth a long rest.
Incredible. Great session. Thank you, everyone. We've left off in a bit of a cliffhanger, but an intellectual cliffhanger. What to do? What knowledge do we need to decide what to do? What are our options anyways? But that's where we're going to end our story tonight. I want to thank our players, Michael Keane, Sean Boyd, Sam Gilroy, Claire Hogan, Neil Babcock, and thank you for tuning in and watching, whether live or viewing in some future time and place in some mystical demi-plane. Remember to tell your friends, follow us on Twitch, subscribe, Instagram, YouTube, all that fun stuff. And of course, my name is Coy. It's been an honor and a pleasure to be your storyteller this evening. As our heroes had their fate guided by the many voices of destiny, that's you guys. Because after all, you're not just the audience. You are Legion. And until next time, keep rolling those dice. Bye.
Bye.
In Candlewick Manor, born to nobility, Ollie danced through life with frivolity. Parties and